Have you ever had to move somewhere completely new? Imagine packing up everything you own and leaving behind your home, your friends, and everything familiar, without even knowing where you're going. That's exactly what happened to a man named Abram. So find a comfy spot, open your ears, and open your heart. As we follow Abraham's faith journey, Abram lived in a place called Ur, and life was comfortable there. He had his wife, Sarai, his family, and lots of animals and servants. But one day, everything changed. God spoke to Abram and said, "Abram, leave your country and your family. Go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you, and you will be a blessing to others." Can you imagine hearing that from God? Abram didn't have all the answers. He didn't even know where he was going, but he trusted God. So Abram and Sarai packed up everything they had, gathered their animals and servants, and started walking into the unknown. The journey wasn't easy. The days were hot, the nights were cold, and the road felt long. But through it all, Abram believed God would keep his promise. There was just one problem. Years passed, and Abram and Sarai were getting older, much older, and they still didn't have any children. One night, when Abram was feeling unsure, God spoke to him again. "Don't be afraid, Abram. Look up at the sky. Count the stars if you can. That's how many descendants you will have." Even though it seemed impossible, Abram believed, and God was pleased with Abram's faith. But the years kept going by, and still, no child. By now, Abram was 99 years old, and Sarai was 90. It seemed far too late. One day, God visited Abram again and said, "Abram, I am changing your name. You will now be called Abraham, which means father of many. And Sarai will be Sarah, the mother of nations." Sarah overheard and laughed. Sarah said, "A baby? At my age? That's impossible." But God simply asked, "Is anything too hard for the Lord?" And sure enough, God kept his promise. At exactly the right time, Sarah gave birth to a son. They named him Isaac, which means he laughs. Sarah laughed, not because she didn't believe anymore, but because of pure joy. Sarah, God has brought me laughter. Everyone who hears about this will laugh with me. After all the waiting, after all the years of wondering how it would happen, God's promise came true. Moral lesson. Abraham's story teaches us something important. Sometimes God asks us to trust Him, even when we don't understand how things will work out. Even when the journey is long, even when the answer seems impossible. Faith means believing God will keep His promises, no matter what. And just like Abraham and Sarah discovered, God always does. Memory verse. Now before we go, let's say our memory verse together. Ready? "And Abram believed the Lord, and the Lord counted him as righteous because of his faith." Genesis 15:6 NLT. Great job, everyone. So whenever you feel unsure or things don't make sense, remember Abraham's faith journey. God's promises are never too big, and it's never too late for Him to do something amazing in your life. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this story with someone you love. And we'll see you next time for another amazing story from God's Word.